boots were dry with clay. The mill shut down on Monday morning, sent us all away.
These hands once earned our daily bread, now they are still in warrant. I bowed my head and held my tongue from evening until dawn.
I kept the kitchen light aglow and laid the old book near. I heard him cross the wooden floor, but would not name my fear.
The supper cooled upon the stove, the clock struck 10:30. I prayed he'd lay his burden down and speak his heart again.
God met us at the kitchen table when we had no strength to stand. We laid our trouble down before him, and he held us by the hand.
The bills lay sealed beneath my palm, I could not break the thread, for every sum inside that fold was thunder in my head.
I said, I fear I failed this home and failed the vows I made. She reached across that scarred old pine and softly said, let's pray.
His hands were rough from years of work, but trembled over mine. I opened up the family Bible to an underlined old line.
We did not ask for silver rain nor riches at our door.
We asked for peace to face the day and love to bear it more.
God met us at the kitchen table when we had no strength to stand. We laid our trouble down before him, and he held us by the hand.
The bills were there when prayer was done,
The lamp still burned the same,
but fear no longer filled the room, and shame had lost its claim.
the road ahead was steep and long,
The dawn was cold and gray.
but I was not alone beneath it.
We would walk it day by day.
God met us at the kitchen table when we had no strength to stand. We laid our trouble down before him, and he held us by the hand.
God met us at the kitchen table where two weary hearts had prayed. The night was still, the road was waiting,
But our peace had come to stay. I rose before the sun for years and worked till daylight closed. With bills to pay and fields to tend, I slowly lost my way. I never cursed the Lord above, I simply walked alone, till Sunday bells rolled through the hills and stirred these weary bones. That old church road led me home to the grace I thought was gone. Past the gravel, past the pines, that old church road led me home. I eased my truck beside the fence where dust rose pale and slow. The wooden chapel stood the same as years and years ago. I took my place there in the back where no one asked me why. An old brown Bible marked the pew and sunlight crossed the aisle. That old church road led me home to the grace I thought was gone. Past the gravel, past the pines, that old church road led me home. They sang a plain and humble hymn, no grand or polished sound, just steady words my mother knew and boots upon the ground. I saw the Lord had not moved on, though I had wandered far. His mercy waited like the light across those weathered bowls. My debts were waiting Monday morn, the field still called my name, but peace had found my troubled heart, and I was not the same. I bowed my head there on that bench with nothing left to prove, and thanked the Lord for keeping grace along that gravel road. That old church road led me home to the grace I thought was gone. Past the gravel, past the pines, that old church road led me home. That old church road led me home, where my restless heart belonged. The road ahead was still unknown, but I would not walk alone.
She lived beyond the chestnut ridge, where the narrow footpath wound, and every Sunday picked the blooms that grew from stony ground. Beside the old split rail fence, she gathered white and blue, then filled the jar beside the glass before the church bells rang. She kept bringing Sunday flowers when the storm had torn the steeple down. A little faith in an old clay jar, still blooming on holy ground. She had no silver gift to give, no place before the crowd. She never stood behind the pulpit or sang her praises loud. She swept the steps and trimmed the stems, and came through rain or shine, an ordinary mountain woman, giving what she had to give. She kept bringing Sunday flowers when the storm had torn the steeple down. A little faith in an old clay jar, still blooming on holy ground. One night the wind came through the gap and shook the chapel frame. The rain left marks along the walls and split the boards apart. At morning neighbors gathered near the bell tower leaning low, and down the road she came once more with flowers in her hands. She did not say the Lord would mend each timber by his hand. She set the jar beside the pane and helped where she could stand. Then hammers rang across the hill and hands worked side by side. For church is more than roof and boards, it lives where hearts abide. She kept bringing Sunday flowers when the storm had torn the steeple down. And while our hands rebuilt the walls, hope rose from broken ground. She kept bringing Sunday flowers till the bell rang clear and sound. The old jar stood beside the window, still blooming on holy ground.
cross lay white along the road, the pines bent in the wind. The chapel door swung open wide and one lone man stepped in. His shirt was thin, his boots were worn. He chose the pew behind, close by the door with lowered eyes, and tucked his hands beneath his arm. He left his coat on the back pew and let the gospel show what words could never do. He left his coat on the back pew. The iron stove was burning low, the hymn rose plain and slow. A farmer with his work-worn hands saw how the stranger shook. He made no sign and spoke no word, nor turned a watching head. He slipped his old brown work coat off and laid it there instead. He left his coat on the back pew and let the gospel show what words could never do. He left his coat on the back pew. The stranger drew the coat around his shoulders thin and cold, then bowed his head through sermon time as ancient words were told. No name was asked, no thanks required. He took the gravel way, while that old farmer faced the wind and walked back home that day. The Bible closed, the last hymn ceased, the stove gave up its glow, but mercy stayed within that room where quiet kindness flowed. For faith is more than Sunday words or songs we know by heart. Sometimes it is a folded coat and one hand doing its part. He left his coat on the back pew and let the gospel show what words could never do. He left his coat on the back pew. The wind cut hard across the pines, the frost still lined the road, but peace kept warm the farmer's heart as he went walking home. Sawdust settled on my boots, the sun came through the wall. Dad laid out the oaken boards and showed me how to square the frame. He bowed his head before we worked, gave thanks for strength that day, then set his shoulder to the beam and taught me by the way he lived. He raised more than rafters in that barn. He raised a boy to lean upon the Lord. With a steady hand and an honest heart, he raised more than rafters in that barn. He said, drive every nail in true, though no one comes to see. A man is known by what he does when no one else is near. When bent nails fell beside the wall, we pulled and tried once more. And when a neighbor needed help, we carried our tools next door. He raised more than rafters in that barn. He raised a boy to lean upon the Lord. With a steady hand and an honest heart, he raised more than rafters in that barn. later, wind tore through the ridge and rain struck hard as stone. It peeled the metal roofing back, shook the corner posts. Dad brought the level, I brought nails. Our hands were scarred and worn. We raised those heavy beams again like we had years before. He never claimed to know it all, he sometimes missed the mark. But he would set the square again and work on through the dark. He kept his word, he shared his strength. He trusted God each day, and board by board, without a speech, he showed me how to stand. He raised more than rafters in that barn. He raised a boy to lean upon the Lord. With a steady hand and an honest heart, he raised more than rafters in that barn. Stood and watched the morning light shine through each narrow seam. The barn stood firm, and so did I, built strong by what he taught me.
While quiet shadows moved, I hung the washing on the line, my old apron tied in place. No wonder it filled the mountain sky, just strength enough for days. Nothing miraculous happened today, still mercy met me all along the way, in daily bread and strength to pray. Mercy met me all along the way. Ground and watch the sunlight move. The clouds held back no mighty storm, no gold came to my door, but there was water for the roots and food enough once more. Nothing miraculous happened today, still mercy met me all along the way, in daily bread and strength to pray. Mercy met me all along the way. I sat beside the window pane and mended one torn sleeve. The needle crossed the faded cloth with patience in each seam. The evening light fell through the glass, the hills turned soft and gray, and peace came resting on the room at closing of the day. No voice came rolling from the clouds, no sign was sent to me, but I had breath to rise and work and eyes to clearly see. A roof above, warm bread below, a lamp against the night. The Lord had walked the common hours in mercy, calm and quiet. Nothing miraculous happened today, still mercy met me all along the way. The sun went down beyond the gray, and mercy met me all along the way. Nothing miraculous happened today, yet God was near in quiet ways. I thanked Him for this common day. His mercy never had to make a sound.